Hey there, in this video we'll explore the PRS and show you how to set it up quickly in your project. I'm starting from a blank third-person template. All required plugins are enabled by default, so we can go straight to adding the files. I'm using the built-in Fab plugin. If you prefer the legacy install method, there's a step-by-step in the documentation. If you want to use the Fab plugin, you can click the window here, and then it's here. Now that we have all the necessary files in the project, and the most interesting ones is firstly the blueprints. You can see all the prefabs in here. We can just drag one in, and it will actually work out of the box if it's turned on. And the second file is the data assets. In this folder we have all the data assets for the radio. These data assets contain all the audio files and some settings for the radio. You can open one and edit it as you like, or you can make your own. You just have to duplicate this one, call it whatever you like. Just call this tutorial. Good. And you can see there's nothing in here. So in here we have broadcast shows, advertisements, warnings, no channel static noise. To add some content to the radio, we will first add some broadcast shows. We can add one here, then we can see the name of the radio. We will call this channel 1. The next is broadcast shows ID. It's important to note that this must be unique for each radio broadcast. I will just type this, but you can type any number. And the radio channel it should be playing on. It can't be under 1, and should it be shuffle mode, randomly in order. In the broadcast show parts is where you actually have the audio files you want this radio channel to play. I will place 4 files in here. This radio will play all of these in random order because I checked shuffle mode. If you want the files to play in order, uncheck this and it will play this first, and then this, and then this, and then this. If you have a first and a last part, I will place files in here. Before it plays these, it will play this one first, and then it will play these ones. And lastly, this I put in here. This feature is mostly used with random order. You can use it with by order, one by one here, but it is designed for the random order here, the shuffle mode. You can have multiply broadcast shows. Just remember to make this ID unique for each broadcast shows. Okay, that's the broadcast show. And then we have advertisement and warnings. These are interruptions between the radio shows. So for example, if you have advertisements or breaking news or something similar, you can add these here. And the advertisement name is only used for organizing things. So I can say shoot1 add, and then I can specify which radio channel I want this to be played on. All of these files I put in here, audio files, will play randomly in between on channel 1. Or I can choose to play on all channels. So this will ignore the value you put in here and play on all channels. The warnings down here is actually the same system as advertisement. It will also interrupt in between broadcast shows. Warning 1 on channel 2, and then add some warnings. This could be breaking news, weather storms, and similar. You can also choose to play these on all channels. This will ignore the value here. You also have the option to infinite loop. So normally you have only one in this, and when this is playing, it will continue looping this warning. And last, this is static noise. So this will play on all channels that doesn't have any content. Now that we have that, we can close that. And in here, so the content we just made, we can set up with this radio. So in the details panel here, under radio settings, and shows our data asset. Now this radio will read all data in here when you start your project. So if you want the player to interact with the radio, we will have to copy one thing from the demo character. We just copy this. Copy. And then go into a third person character. And place this in. and save. And now if we take this a little up and start the game. And we can see here we can now interact with the radio. Toggle off. Wait a second and then turn on. It continues. We can change the channels too.
Good morning. This is Marty Fox, your guide to the hottest hits and coolest vibes.
And go back. It feels like it's continuing. And I can increase the volume and decrease the volume. Yeah, so we have a radio working now. Happy building.